freaky.
Well, Craig's here.
That's great.
So,
Two questions
Hi,
for
Craig.
you. Is Kiss glam rock?
Yes.
Yeah. I would
What?
consider it.
Yeah. Especially in retrospect. Like right now, like thinking about it right now, yes.
Man, Kiss is neither glamorous nor there's no like smoothness to Kiss.
That's what
It's
I'm saying.
just-
In retrospect, they are purely because there's like so much shit after them that is like so much heavier that it's like they're not even.
The hair, though, alone, that makes it.
Yeah,
glam
for
rock.
real.
If hair and makeup is what makes glam rock, and which it very well could be, then
It's a key component.
Yeah, it's a,
Okay. Second question:
All right.
Is
Okay.
the epitome of something the same as peak something?
Is the epitome of
Close
something the
enough.
same as peak something?
No.
yeah. The epitome of something is like the top, the
It's
best.
not the peak.
Randall,
though.
you're
No, the
you're
epitome
quickly
is the
becoming
best
my
example.
least favorite Nard.
I'm the least favorite.
An epitome of something is the best example of
I
something.
know the answer to
peak
that
of
one.
something would be like the greatest achievement, like climbing Everest.
I would
peak
argue
of
that's
climbing.
a very hard semantic difference that doesn't actually have any sense to it. What you're saying is just the same thing, making an artificial distinction.
Ooh.
Ooh, this is philosophical.
Hell,
Well,
Not
then
listen to
I
this
don't-
podcast.
I don't.
very
I
it's
don't care enough
philosophical
to-
indeed.
Continue. That's.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong there? Is that what we're saying?
I've been disagreed
Whoa.
with. I lost interest. I don't care. Fuck you. Everything you stand for.
Welcome to the podcast.
Yep. Hello,
Well, Leo's in a good mood. How are them kids doing, Leo?
dude. I had a
We were
kid who
just
rolled up
talking
my
about
fucking
them.
test and dropped a 10. I don't know how they did it.
Is it out of like 11?
It's out of 100.
Oh, Claire had a student that got like a 9 today or something.
Oh yeah.
Make my data
Like
look
9?
like shit.
I think they scored a 9.
I got a kid who speaks almost exclusively Vietnamese. She got an 88.
That's terrible. Where you're like, dude, the person who barely speaks English got so much a higher grade than you. You should be ashamed of yourself. Like 10 out of 100 versus 88 out of 100. Like, he better learn fucking Vietnamese or something, because shit.
I might be putting yours together, but I definitely had a class once where there was like 5 Chinese students who couldn't speak English between them, and they did okay. I think they plagiarized a lot, but whatever.
Yeah.
And then I had another dude who called something ludicrous in an essay and spelled it with a capital L and liked the rapper.
Honestly,
it's language has like what language you speak has nothing to do with how good of a grade you're gonna get at a certain
Honestly,
point.
it's
Like,
valid.
I mean, in a
if you're willing to put in
course,
the effort,
it's actually pretty
like,
important. But
I
good
mean,
Lord.
sure, but like in this scenario, like, dude, like putting in the amount of effort is what's important. Like, if you're gonna put in 0 effort, you're gonna get a fucking 10.
Oh, fuck.
Man, I
on
don't miss
this
school.
week's episode, we welcome. Who are we welcoming today? What are we calling them?
have today?
Buy one,
The
get one free.
twins. Yeah,
The twins.
the double mint twins.
I'm not going to comment because I'm going to dox us, so.
The Nards. That's
Nard.
the Nards.
Immediately
Nards.
says their
Which
C
fucking
one's
Nard
which?
and H.
their
That's not their name. That's their name on Discord.
Yeah.
Man, do your research. God,
Sorry.
Andy was their
Nard.
favorite character on The Office.
the Nards.
Man, if someone ever told me that, I would immediately be like, first of all, let me go.
It
get
would
a
make me
weapon.
very uncomfortable.
Secondly, I don't know if I want to be around you. Like,
Yeah.
He's a very
if someone
would be
walked up to
both.
you and said Andy was their favorite character on The Office,
I
that's
hate Andy.
red flag. My girlfriend said
Who
big
is your
red
favorite
flag,
character on The Office?
big fucking red flag.
The 26
Twigged.
years I've been alive, I don't think anyone's ever referenced The Office to us for our last name, which I find kind of absurd.
The Nard.
You're welcome.
Dog.
Are you
The thing I think of
serious?
every time I see
I
your
don't
name.
think no one ever. I've never had that.
If I
comment.
knew someone and their last name was Nard, I would consistently be calling them Andy and making
It'd
fun
be
of
the
them.
only thing I refer to them.
Yeah, so like,
I wouldn't
oh
say-
man.
It wouldn't be Andy. It would be Nard Dog. I would say Nard Dog all the time.
No, I would just be making Andy jokes,
It would
like
just
trying
go
to
to
reel
Andy.
you in. Well, eventually you're gonna run out
How's
of
your
Nard
Mr.
Dog
Cornell
ones.
going?
Yeah, I fucking love that episode where
Cornell.
like Dwight just walked. Yeah, it's just walking around with all the Cornell shit, and he's so fucking mad.
I don't know The Office as well as I thought I did. I've
Andy
only seen it.
Bernard, they call him Nard Dog.
Nard Dog.
Nard Dog.
That's what.
Just like my dad's.
Yeah.
Our
Well, it's-
dad's nickname was Nard Dog when he was a teacher.
It's because everybody had seen The Office.
Mm-hmm. This is how we know we're old.
Knowing The Office make you old?
Well, knowing
I
that
mean,
your
at a certain
dad
point.
was given a nickname from the show, that makes me old.
Oh, maybe. He was the cool teacher.
Was
Fair.
he?
Supposedly, that's what all the kids say.
Was he? Was he really?
I never had him as a teacher. I had my mom as a teacher, in second grade. No, fourth
didn't.
grade.
Our parents made it a job of the school to keep us apart.
Said, do not put them in the same class. You will regret it.
Is
They
it,
put-
Yeah, that's the gist
Yeah.
of it.
what is that really the reason, or is it more like these motherfuckers need to socialize with some other people besides each other?
Oh, we had the opposite problem. I think we talked way too much as kids.
Yeah.
That's not the opposite problem. That's what
That
I'm
is not-
saying.
That is
That
They
is
were
exactly what
around
he
each other
said.
too much. They're like, split these motherfuckers up.
Make them talk to other people. So on this episode of the Top 5 podcast, we have the Nards. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, Nards.
Oldest first.
I'm CT Bailiff. I'm the oldest by 3 minutes, and Randall will never hear the end of it.
I'm Randall Peppers of the Montreal Expos. I was a C-section baby and I got removed, and so I wasn't really born. But
Is that
He's a
because CT
tumor
tried to
baby.
eat you?
yeah, I was a tumor baby.
Were
He's
you
bonus
both
baby, as my mom
C-section?
calls it.
Oh, and a bonus. Yeah, and a bonus
He's the
baby.
bonus baby.
Bonus baby.
Were you? Wait a minute.
See, our parents were having kids.
See, you
and they're
guys think
like,
that's
"We
a
want one
joke, but
kid."
it probably gave your dad like a fucking heart attack.
They're like, "Oh,
Two
we can't
colleges?
afford one baby."
Holy shit!
The day they found out they were having twins, my dad ordered like a Pittsburgh Steeler like lanyard, and they accidentally sent him like the Minneapolis Twins. No, is that the right team?
Vikings.
Minnesota Vikings.
Minnesota Vikings.
Minnesota Vikings.
No, the baseball one, the Twins. They
Oh,
sent
the
Oh, yeah,
the,
Minnesota
they said
Twins.
Twins.
Yeah.
they sent the twin lanyard, and there was like another
man,
like
fuck
weird
that.
coincidence. Like the day they found out they were having twins, and they're like, it was all these signs we just completely ignored.
Why was he ordering a Steelers lanyard?
I think he just wanted one.
He's a big
I know,
Pittsburgh
you know,
Steelers fan.
That's valid.
Duh.
He grew up in Pittsburgh.
How did you?
We're
fucking
gonna
get
totally
that
dox
info?
ourselves with all this
It's pretty
information.
it was pretty fucking slick, right?
Yeah.
I may or may not live in Pittsburgh.
Oh, that's
Pittsburgh?
fun.
I've never lived in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I've also never lived in Pittsburgh, but
Aren't you guys in Texas? Are you not in Texas?
yeah,
We are Texas.
Gang.
grew up in
Let's
Dallas.
go. Oh, no, they're not in Texas anymore. Never mind. I forgot.
I'm still in Texas.
We both
Oh,
still
okay. My bad.
I
thought
almost
you
said it.
I thought you guys went to lived in fucking Chicago.
He's just a big Chicago fan, kind of like as a joke in high school. I think they were really bad our freshman year, and just every time something like he didn't want to talk about anything, he'd like, "How about them Cubs?" And he would actually start keeping track of what the Cubs were doing that
Alright.
day and how well they were
Alright.
doing.
Let's be
What
fair. In the
year?
last 115 years, there's only 1 year the Cubs were good. So,
All right, let's have some fun. What year was freshman year?
right.
Let's find the record.
2013
20.
or 14.
I think they were good. Then.
2013.
Well, not good, but they weren't horrible.
I don't-
2013, your Cubs were 66 and 96.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
never
pretty
mind.
That's pretty
I-
good.
I have better memory than CT.
Better
Best
than the
player
White
was-
Sox?
Best player was Travis Wood.
Who the heck is that?
That's what I'm saying.
He's a pitcher, isn't he?
No,
You're
you're thinking of Perrywood.
I was about to say, you're thinking of Kerry
Oh.
Wood. Travis Wood was a pitcher, though. To be fair,
That
My
wasn't wrong.
You were
That
still thinking of
season
Kerrywood, though.
that season was
Was
in
I?
2013.
I don't know, maybe.
You might have been a big fan.
I might have been a big fan of
Hi, huge
Travis
fan.
Wood.
He's already forgotten his name.
Yeah, not Kerry Wood.
You respect Wood, do
of
you?
the other Wood.
Any
Yeah.
real stars? Alfonso Soriano is still rocking out at the age of 37 on that team.
ooh.
Soriano was
You
such a good
remember-
player for a long time.
Not in 2013.
Well, no one's
age
good at
37.
the age of 37. I'll just
Hey.
admit that one right now.
I'm gonna make my debut in sports at 37.
Okay.
Knuckleballer.
Yeah.
Godspeed.
All right, Nicky.
Godspeed.
Yeah.
My baseball knowledge is terrible, so I apologize if I say stupid baseball things.
It's okay. We get used to that.
Well, so,
You know.
Leo, do you have the questions up by chance?
Probably.
We need questions.
What's it to you?
We don't really need
Scroll.
questions.
Scroll.
You can just listen to what's going on with the twins.
Yeah,
Get confused on
I
which
can
one
literally
is
just
which.
start blabbing about
How close do you
twins.
guys live right now?
Like how far apart?
Mm-hmm.
2 hours?
What'd you say?
3
2
hours?
hours? No. Oh,
2,
wait,
3
that's more
hours?
accurate. Yeah, about 3 hours without traffic, but also like driving to Houston's always terrifying.
Always a horrible idea. It's not as bad as when I lived in Austin, but like Houston traffic isn't much better.
Yeah, but we're about 3 hours apart. I live in San Antonio.
Yes.
What's the farthest you two have been apart from each other, distance-wise?
Now.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
I
probably.
think it is. Well,
As we speak.
I did live like in Germany for like a summer, but I don't think that counts.
Können Sie Deutsch sprechen?
Ein bisschen.
That's an actual response. Holy shit.
Wow.
I
More
speak
than I
Worin
do.
hast du
weird.
in Deutschland gestudiert?
Ik studeert voor 5 jaren. My-
You
Question
studied
mark?
for 5 years?
Trying.
Yeah, I mean a little bit. I literally started German in college because I was so bad at Spanish. Because I
Yeah.
learned Spanish for the previous 3
Like
years. They're
false,
like,
mein
you need to
Freund,
study
yeah.
something else or you're gonna fail. So I changed to German, which I was told was the closest to English.
Yeah. Well, the good news is supposedly we can speak Dutch now because if we can speak German and English, it's basically Dutch is just the same thing. You just got to learn which one to use at the right time. That's what I've heard.
See, the entire time I was in Germany, I spoke no German because
Those
everyone
fucking
wanted.
bastards just speak English, right?
They just want to practice their English with me.
It's this. What city were you in?
I lived in Freiburg for 4 months,
Oh wow, that's really awesome.
so it was like on the border, like pretty close to Switzerland and France, like right by
Yeah.
the Black Forest, which was great. It was so beautiful over there.
Little
I would
university
totally go
town,
back.
right?
Yes, yeah, and
Yeah.
like I loved the public transport. It was so easy to get around and go everywhere.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
wish that
I
was the
spent-
same here in Houston.
Yeah. No, that's never going to happen. Yeah, not in Texas.
Not in the United States.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
especially Texas.
Not Texas, definitely.
Yeah.
Maybe one day they're making.
Can't have poor people be able to move around in Texas.
No.
Supposedly
not
they're
okay.
making a train.
People
like,
doing what they
high-speed train between
want.
Houston and Dallas.
Yeah, high-speed rails, supposedly. We'll see
Supposedly,
if
but
they-
they've been saying that for like the last 12 years, and I don't think they've made any progress on it. So I don't think that's actually going to ever happen.
Listen.
Some billionaire will reinvent
hard.
something and say it's an easy fix that's moments away, and then not do anything about it. So, was a
I'm gonna-
Hyperloop reference? It was a veiled Hyperloop reference. Sorry.
I got it.
I know what those words mean.
Thank you.
Where's the Hyperloop?
Exactly.
That's
Where
the,
is
that's
the
the
Hyperloop?
joke, bud.
Yeah.
Hmm.
There isn't one.
Didn't they build something in Vegas?
There
No,
Yeah,
not really.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah, you're right.
The Tesla tunnels.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But they only go, it's like 1% of the city. It's one road, I think. if it's
Randall,
just
did you
on the strip?
ever go over to Europe at all as well?
I went to Greece for a vacation with my girlfriend. That was fun, but we didn't like live there or anything. It was more just a vacation. But I was gonna study abroad, my junior year of college, which was the COVID year, or my senior year. Sorry.
Yep.
And so that didn't happen. But
Sucks.
Yeah, I just made it. I came back right when COVID hit.
Yeah, you did great. I did not.
Did you guys
But-
go to the same university?
No, I went to like a
No.
small university in San Antonio, like D3, 4,000 people probably total.
Do you want to explain why you didn't go to the same school? We were gonna go to the same school.
Yeah, you can if you want to.
So Randall actually was like one of the smartest people in our school. In Texas, if you're in like a certain percentage of
top
your
10%.
graduating class, you get automatic admission into any university. And
certain universities.
Why are we
Randall had, like,
using the
any-
past tense?
I think we're about to find out.
So
Okay, sorry.
when we were doing it, you still have to do the application, and I did
Oh,
mine,
Randall.
and he did his. And Randall didn't fill out a one-page survey that was literally, did you take AP Calculus?
And
And
chemistry.
it's like yes or in chemistry, and it's a yes or no answer, and he didn't mark yes or no, and so he got denied because he didn't
Oh,
complete his
Randall.
application. Which it probably worked out better for him in the long run.
Yeah, I'm more suited for a small town college, so it worked out.
Didn't you say you went to San Antonio?
No, I went to a small school in San Antonio. It's called like Trinity. It's a small little
Yeah, but you-
private.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, I'm sorry. I misunderstood what you said. Yeah, my apologies.
No, it's okay. Yeah, it was itty bitty. I liked
But
it
you had
a
a
lot.
good experience.
I had a great experience.
And then
That's
I went
good.
to Texas. I went to Texas, and half my years I was all online. It sucked. I hated it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Zoom
COVID.
is not a good time for college because then you can't do all the fun stuff. You just do all the boring learning stuff.
I get it. I'm with you.
Everyone knows. Damien knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. For fucking real.
Is your university online, Damon?
No,
Or your master's?
is not.
Ooh.
Just my job on campus is just I don't have to go to like an office or anything. But like all of our classes and stuff are on campus. In various places, our department's really small, so usually our classes are scattered.
Do you guys want to hear the weird twin stories?
Of
Yes,
course.
Let's hear one.
I don't know what I like. I gotta feel like what's the best.
was a great
twin story
segue.
I have.
I
guess-
thought you had like an idea what you wanted to talk about when you brought it up. I thought
No, because I thought they
you
have
were ready.
I thought they would have questions about being a twin and such. So we are identical supposedly. And I recently found out that Randall can actually open up my bank account through the face recognition.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's not right.
Like honestly, I don't think we look
The-
that much alike anymore. I think
Is it
we
You
look
went
pretty
to
Yeah.
law
similar now.
school and got this law job, and Randall did his small whatever thing, and now Randall just gets access to your bank account. Randall was
Yeah.
the smart brother.
He can literally just open it up with his face, and
I
Wow,
also
he can
think-
get into your account, but he has none of your student debt. That's fucking crazy.
I have my
Sign
own
me
student debt.
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah.
But when we were little, we looked a lot alike. Like I think Randall knows where I'm going with this. In 8th grade, if I remember correctly, we decided that we were gonna switch our class schedules
Oh,
and
yeah.
take each other's classes, which for the most part was the same classes.
Different
Not
order.
all of them.
Not all of them. The big mistake was band class because we didn't play the same instruments.
That was, but
Ooh,
it-
I could see how that didn't go well.
you just like sit there and pretend you're playing. Like
Well, yeah, but
not too
then
bad.
there's also the fact that you were the only bassoonist in our band.
I feel like you're gonna notice if that's
And
missing.
they're like, "Where's the bassoon?"
Where's the bassoon?
Noticing a distinct lack of bassoon here.
Why are you playing it upside down?
You just no one listens to the bassoon anyways. You just got to be like,
It's a beautiful
gotta-
instrument.
it's
is
a
a-
beautiful instrument, but not a middle school band. They just give you the
That's
tuba
true.
part, and you go bump, 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 and you're done.
What does
That's
a
true.
bassoon sound like?
It is kind of true.
Really deep. I would say like a deep clarinet.
It
Yeah.
sounds like
Yeah,
what
that's
you
a
would
that's a
oboe,
really good
actually.
that's a
Oboe.
really good.
It
Yeah.
is.
for non-band students. It's like you are like I was
doing
gonna say a didgeridoo, like a Australian didgeridoo kind of
Whoa.
sound.
It's very
Like someone
low.
would know that over a
Well, I think a
bassoon?
didgeridoo has a very distinct kind of like
True,
The
true.
womp womp.
Yeah.
the wall 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 sound.
What was that? Do that again.
The wall 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 wall.
Yeah, that's
I
exactly
can
what it
make
sounds
that
like.
sound.
Yeah,
on-
yeah. Okay, cool. I got that saved as a
that
sound
twice.
cabinets on my
Yeah, it's
soundboard.
on the soundboard.
So
That's
perfect.
that's what we're used every time Randall doxes me.
Just splice in the fucking didgeridoo.
You just gotta
Alright,
catch me
alright,
off guard.
You've done it once so far, so we're still on.
Yeah.
The
We're still on the clock.
Was that before I joined?
Oh yes,
Good.
under for doxing
Nice.
each other is 4.5.
Oh yeah, the
Oh,
bet.
oh, yeah, I'm taking
but he
over.
said his name like earlier when you were here. But yeah, that was the bet
Yeah.
they made. Yeah.
Which I've doxed myself like 10 times in MLR anyways. I'm pretty sure when I made the stat sheet for the fake college baseball, I originally
Yes,
made it
yeah.
with my real
Yeah.
account, and Teddy was like, "Okay, thanks for making this, but change change the
But, like,
account on it."
Make a burner
Dog.
email.
Yeah, I remember that.
At least all your
That was-
stupid stuff happened in college.
That
I-
was
Hey,
where
like real life.
that was where I
That way-
created D.Nightman Bird Law Associates.
And that
Everyone-
is.
Everyone needs a burner fake baseball email.
Oh yeah.
That's where I do all my fake lawsuits.
Of
Yeah.
course.
It's also where my manifestos come from.
You have manifestos?
You
Don't put
don't?
it past him.
I haven't seen them yet.
I think that's by design.
Mm.
So we do actually have questions if you'd like to, go through some of those.
Oh sure,
Um,
I'll get off topic eventually.
The first one is who found MLR first?
Oh, that was me. I found it first. I
So
I
who
mean
is me?
Randall wasn't even.
Yeah, who is me?
This is Bailiff, if you guys can't tell. I found it first. I just found it on Reddit, and I was like, this sounds fun. I'm very into games. I like games. I run the nightly pick'em, so like, I like baseball and I liked games. So I was like, this sounds perfect for me. So I signed up for it. And I originally joined, like, I won't be that talkative, and that kind of went out the window really quickly.
All of a sudden,
And
we're
then
stuck on an
I-
island together.
Yeah, and then Daily Man and I were on
Oh my
MLR
God.
Survivor together, and two of the most talkative people in fake college baseball.
God,
And then
so
Randall
much.
wasn't even in the league until like 2 games into the next season.
Yeah, the second or third session, I don't remember which, but I was like in a Pokemon Discord with Kiwi Cleveland, and
Amazing.
just one day Kiwi's like, "What? How are you at guessing numbers?" And I was like, "I'm great at guessing numbers." And then CT and Kiwi were like, "You should join MLR. It's a lot of fun." And I just kind of joined that. It became a
Biggest
free
mistake
agent.
of my life. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Was CT in that other server?
Yeah,
Okay.
CT's in there too.
Okay, because it just like Kiwi, like it has been a weird mashup there that someone else
Yeah, I
told
think.
you and your own
CT
brother didn't.
How'd
You
you?
just headhunted him.
Yeah,
I found it because it was advertised in the Giants server.
and so that's how
And-
I joined.
And then Kiwi found Randall, and then Randall joined and immediately hit a home run.
Yeah, I definitely remember that.
As
And I was
one
like, who the heck is this guy?
You're just like,
And
see,
I-
this is why I didn't fucking tell you about this shit.
does. You're outshining me already.
It's been
Jeez.
downhill since then,
Yeah.
It always is.
but I like it. I'm having a lot of fun.
I'd hope
I like
so.
being an expo.
You like being Canadian.
I do like being Canadian and French.
Damn
I
Canadian.
think they had to
yes.
explain to Randall what an expo was the first time he was there.
Dude,
It's so strange. It's such a random thing.
I have a player who was leaving one team, and that team has a very clearly defined like logo and mascot and stuff. And they joined the expos, and they were like, "Hey, what's an expo? Well, how do I draw?
An
How do I
expo.
make my how do I make my profile picture an expo?" And I looked it up. It's a fair. It's literally just
Yeah.
a fair.
Yeah, it's just an
Yeah, it's from the
exposition.
World's Fair.
It's,
Yeah.
yes, it is an expo. It is a. I'm just
We're
like,
just party people.
yeah. I was just like, I don't know how you draw that. I'm being
We used to
perfectly honest.
have those things all the time.
And then COVID 2020 killed any kind of socialization.
Well, the
COVID
World's
fucked
Fair
the
was kind of
World's
dead
Fair.
long before
Well,
2020, but you could maybe argue is the final nail in the coffin. But I don't
Didn't we
know.
I mean,
It-
the West
didn't we
won
get
the
the hot
Cold War,
dogs
so they
in the
stopped
World's
having to
Fair?
show off, basically.
There's been so much shit at the World's Fair. Like so much shit that you think of was first debuted at the World's Fair. The Eiffel
I swear-
Tower, like the Space Needle,
Ice
the
cream.
fucking like like
I
fucking
swear we got hot dogs from the
The
World's Fair.
bean.
Awful. And
so
if
much
it's any
shit.
of them,
like Thomas
it's probably
Edison's electricity, which was
Edison.
stolen, but whatever.
Everson.
Ederson.
Serial
What's
killing,
Edison?
the Ferris wheel.
What?
Nobody had ever
another
killed
story.
previously to the World's Fair.
Like the biggest, the first like really big serial killer was found at the Chicago's World Fair.
Are you
I
talking
didn't-
about H.H. Holmes?
Possibly, I don't know
Yeah,
his name.
The guy who had
Yeah.
the murder mansion in Chicago and he was going around
Oh,
the White
yeah.
City
Yes.
kidnapping people? Yeah, you're talking about H.H.
Yeah.
Holmes.
Yeah.
It's the secret like little rooms, and then
Yeah,
pull
like
people out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a good guy. Noted, not
Yeah.
good guy.
Thank you.
They
Thank you for
really
clarifying.
tried to cover that shit up because that World's Fair was the White Exposition. So the
Ooh,
400th anniversary of Columbus discovering America. What is it? It's either the 1892 or 1898 World's Fair with the White City, which is like the
is the
it's like the most recognizable one, and that's like where H.H. Holmes was like doing all this shit. He was like a serial killer for an undisputed amount of time before that, though, and it's all really murky on if he actually did have like a lot of like a murder mansion or like not. It's like extremely up for debate. He definitely murdered people, though. He definitely was a shitbag.
so the murdering is not up for debate. Just the mansion.
Yeah, like the scale. Like how
Oh.
many and like absolute and like what do you mean when it's like it's been dramatized so much? Is it like torture? Like I don't know, it might be splitting hairs, but it's definitely
You don't
basically because they found shit and they were just like, this is obscene, so they just didn't print it in any of the cases, and they were just like, this shit is just so obscene and disturbing that like it's just like they presented the case and then I'm pretty sure he either died or was executed a few years later. Back then, the execution scale was pretty short, like 6 months, and you get executed for shit.
Yeah, they don't do that now.
Yeah,
we have a longer process now.
Just
Yeah.
a little bit.
Decided,
Unless-
maybe if we're gonna kill this guy, we should at least attempt to find out if he's actually done what we're killing him for.
Oh well, let's not go
Yeah.
too far now.
Yeah.
Like I said, I didn't say they
What
get
do
it
they
right
do?
all the time.
Let's give
What
him
have
the
they done to-
opportunity to tell us he didn't.
What have they done to my country?
I didn't say they get it
Just
right.
Can't
I'm
just
just
be
saying that's
executing
the
people
general
randomly
idea.
anymore. What the fuck?
Country's gone downhill.
Yeah.
So, our next question is, of course, we have two names here. What is the stories behind both of them?
I actually don't know Randall's story, but
It's a good thing you're probably not going to be the one who tells it.
You don't want to tell it?
I was gonna try to, but mine was I wanted like an old timey baseball sounding kind of name, and I don't know why, but like old people in like the 30s, they didn't go by names; they went by initials. And
Yeah.
I
Okay,
I
okay.
I don't
AJ
know if that's
Collins
actually
example.
true.
P.T. Barnum.
I mean, it's like when you look at like older like books and shit. Like everybody's
H.P.
like,
Lovecraft.
yeah, like it's always like first, middle, initial, last name. So I mean, it makes sense.
They all had weird names, if I remember. It's always like Lefty or like they all had weird
Lefty
nicknames.
Grove.
Your
Yeah.
your teammate Lefty Lewis, yeah.
Shout
Are
out
you
Lefty
guys-
Lewis.
Shout out Lefty Lewis.
That dude's been gross.
But
How?
He's been
the
killing it. Yeah.
Lefty
last
Lewis
name
is
just came from I was working in
disgusting. He's so good.
We love Lefty Lewis. Lefty Lewis is good. Um, but the last name I was working in the courts at that time. I was always hanging out with our bailiff. I'm like, that's a cool sounding name. We don't use the word bailiff enough, and so I was like,
Yeah.
"Fuck it, last name."
We don't use the word bailiff enough. I love it.
My
I was
name.
like,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
oh no, go ahead. I was about to say like in like at the I guess it wasn't that long ago. It was 20 like baseball like is Judge was like the big still like the big name there. Like bailiff Judge, that's kind of funny. So
Yeah,
I was like
that's
that makes a
similar.
good connection there too. So that's kind of the story of my name. I just thought it would sound cool.
Baseball-y.
I picked my name by I was cooking stuffed peppers, and I was really hungry, and so I just picked Peppers, and then it's like I need a first name, and then I randomly generated the first name. And it's like Randall sounds fine.
That'll work.
That's it. Not a very exciting way to choose your name. I didn't know if it would stick, to be honest. I was like, I just need a fake name. I didn't know how creative we could be. I just went with like an actual like name that could be a real name. And then I got in there, and one of the first ones I saw was Mike Cox. So
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's a
Everyone
there's a
knows
couple
Mike
different
that is
schools
his
of
real
thought.
name.
Wait, are you talking about Mike Ock or Mike Cock?
Mike,
Very
that's the first one.
two
I
different
saw.
people.
Yeah.
Two different people.
I mean, there's always a couple different schools of thought when you're making a name, and it's an actual name, a thing that's like kind of close to an actual name. There's the joke name, and then there's the baseball name.
And then there's Dayman, Nightman.
Yeah, well,
That transcends what you're talking about.
of course, that's tier 5.
That's the tier 5.
And anybody who doesn't understand that is an idiot and a savage.
I bet that's
It's a direct
also a
quote.
reference.
I
Yep.
bet that is a reference. One day we'll all know those.
Of
I
course.
haven't watched it yet.
None of us have either.
There you
We've known him
Oh,
for
cool.
like a year and a half at this point, so don't worry.
All
My
friends
coworkers
hate me.
always talk about it.
Good.
Yep, there it is.
Funny.
CT's a big fan.
I am a big
Word
fan.
law isn't governed by reason, okay?
What's it governed by?
Bird law.
Not by logic, that's for sure.
Boop, boop, boop.
The next question is, of course, Randall, how difficult is it being the nice twin?
Ooh, it depends on the day. And
Randall-
how mean CT wants to be.
I was gonna say, has Randall always been the nice twin?
I think so. I've always been the more mild mannered, less emotional,
Yeah, I've always been the
Wow.
drama
Brother.
queen.
The
um,
hothead.
the hothead. I would always make CT's lunches for throughout high school.
What?
Okay.
Like he would not wake up. He'd just like stay in bed.
Okay.
I was constantly late senior year to my first period class, but my teacher didn't care because I was the only person passing her class.
Jesus. What class was it?
Environmental science.
Dude, that class is fucking cake. Are you serious?
Yeah, that's
got
like
a
the
five.
one of the easiest classes I've ever taken in my life.
I got a 5 on the AP exam, and
Yeah.
I was never there.
That and geology are like two very easy science
Environmental
classes.
science is a fucking cake AP class.
It was
Like,
Yeah.
come on.
easy.
You're the only one who is passing?
I don't think you
Yeah.
understand Texas education.
Brother,
That's like-
I'm in Texas
Yeah,
education.
motherfucker,
I-
he's went to
I
public Texas.
I am Texas education.
He's perpetuating Texas education.
Listen, I'm
know,
not perpetuating shit.
He's the
I'm-
law, guys. Respect the bat.
What
I'm
was that
maybe
average grade?
Exaggerating, but I was one of the few passing.
I did not take environmental ethics. What was it?
Ethics.
I
Environmental
took
science.
environmental ethics, environmental science.
Why did you take environmental ethics?
For my biochemistry degree, we needed like a certain number of like extracurricular classes for college, and that was one of the recommended ones. And it was really hard.
Oh, in Texas,
took a
did you like
dinosaur
read
class.
the Lorax, and that's what it was?
What was
To
this?
think they read.
I'm here for the
That
treat.
was a better joke than the Lorax one.
I think the Lorax was a pretty solid joke.
It was still
Thank you
pretty
very
good.
much.
I'll fuck with any Lorax reference though, really.
I mean,
Because,
so I'm here
you
for
know.
Lorax.
Are you like
Danny
into the
DeVito.
Lorax?
Well, you know, Danny DeVito plays Lorax, and and it's always sunny. So
Does he play the Lorax?
yeah,
He does.
He does.
Yeah.
Y'all know a lot about the Lorax.
He also plays the guy in Hercules, little goat man.
yeah,
Yep.
he does.
I
Phil.
saw
He also
Hercules
plays in the new
recently.
Beetlejuice.
He's also
Man,
Matilda.
Man, we were gonna watch that the other night, the new Beetlejuice, but like, you can only like rent it, and it's very expensive.
It's
Really?
So
expensive.
much.
Wait
We
a
just
month
went to
the
later, and
theater.
it's
It
$2.
was like, okay, we were like, okay, are we gonna go to the theater or are we gonna just like rent this? Because they were saying both. Like renting in our house was like I don't know, like $15 or $20, and we were like,
It's probably cheaper than going to the theater these
For
days.
rent, but not as good of a environment.
yeah.
It's that expensive to rent a movie.
Well, it's like
I think because it's
Normally
still
normally
in
not,
the
but
theaters.
it's like what they're doing now when they're like doing like theater releases is like they'll release it on their platform, but for basically like a comparable like ticket price. So it's not just like $5. So it's like $15, $20 here, like go to the theater, like becomes a discussion rather than like 10, okay.
So a very common thing in the Bailiff Peppers household growing up was that our father is very into movies. We always watched movies with our family. It was kind of like our thing. But
Okay.
our dad is famously horrible at picking movies.
Oh no.
Like just random movies you would never hear of, and then he's like, "I heard this was really good. This is a great movie," and we'd watch it, and it would be like the worst movie.
We would look up the reviews like halfway through
It's
the
just
movie,
like
and it's like
fucking
never
0.2
watched
out of
this
10.
movie.
Yeah, like whatever you
Never
do,
watched this.
never watch this movie.
That's
Alright,
pretty
so-
much the vibe. Yeah.
So, top 3 worst movies ever put on in the Nard household.
By our. Oh, okay. So number 1 is the Assistant.
The fuck is the assistant?
Okay.
These are movies you're never gonna hear of.
It had a good premise. It's about like it came about after like the Harvey Weinstein stuff, and it's supposed to be like a
Jesus.
Oh, I've
very
heard of that.
thematic and
Yeah, I've
very
heard of that guy.
like it was
I've
supposed to
heard
be
of
like
the
a
Assistant. I know
thematic
what
and
they're talking about.
very what's it called? Like a metaphorical like art piece movie, but the
It's
entire
not
movie is
done
just
well.
her doing like office work, like copying papers. Watch her fill up cups and watch her staple these papers. It's literally just kind of like office background with like subtle things happening in the background.
And then
It was
yeah.
very boring. I understood the premise of it, but I didn't think it was executed well.
So that's
Okay,
I think that's
okay.
by far the worst movie he's
Yeah,
put
that's
on.
number 1.
Have you seen the movie After Earth with like Will Smith and his child?
Oh yeah.
That movie's
That-
not
No,
very
but
good.
That is not a good movie. That is a dog shit movie. If I do say so myself.
Yeah, that's 2. So imagine what the first one was like.
Oh no.
Did he put on the live action Avatar: The Last Airbender movie?
Yes, he
No,
had.
but we did.
What? That movie? Oh my gosh! Maybe you guys.
I think that was more us being big Avatar fans. Like we want to watch
Okay,
this movie
okay.
when like it came out when we were still like kids.
That's
and
fair.
we were like,
I
we
came
want
out
to
in my
watch it,
20s
then
and
it
I
was,
wanted to watch that.
It was so
It-
bad.
It was not good.
Dog shit.
Wait, what movie did you say? Sorry, I missed it.
Avatar: The Last
Avatar: The Last
Airbender.
Airbender.
Oh, that was a bad one too. Yeah.
Yes, yes, it was.
Yeah, that was not good.
But you have hope, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't
That'll get
remember
you.
other bad movies. Half the time we kind of just turn them off halfway through.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I vividly remember like eating a pickle at the live action Avatar: The Last Airbender movie. And
How
like,
was the
my
pickle?
my family's friend took me to watch it. I didn't even like. Oh, pickle was
You didn't
very
have
good.
the
I
idea
fucking, I
yourself.
fucking love pickles.
I love
Good.
pickles
All right,
at movie
quick.
theaters.
Good choice.
Thank you.
You guys are both. There's 3 pickle fans in here.
No,
Buck, how do you feel
thanks.
about pickles?
I'm a big fan of pickles.
Are there non
Randall-
fans?
Wait.
Damn.
Okay. Who doesn't like pickles? I'm like split. I
don't.
like them, but I don't really want them on like sandwiches. But like I'm okay on like hamburgers and like in other things, but I don't really want to eat it by itself.
No, thanks.
Oh no, I always add pickles to like my Subway sandwiches and such.
You don't like them by themselves, like the little pickle spears, or what about fried pickles?
Fried
Nope.
pickles are delicious. I fuck with those.
I feel like it's a southern thing to eat pickles at like a movie theater or like a football game.
Oh,
or-
it is.
Dude,
Dip 'em in popcorn.
BSU had a running back, and he routinely would drink. And he was from Texas, and he would routinely drink pickle juice on the sideline, like an empty jar of pickles with just the juice left. And like he literally said, "I'm from Texas, and this is what we do. Like
You
if you're
pull up-
gassed, you fucking pickle juice it up." He was a
You
pretty good
go
running back.
On a Friday night football game, you go to that concession stand, you give them $1, they give you a fucking
One
huge
pickle?
in a
Giant ass
Ziploc bag.
pickle.
The biggest pickle that you could find.
Yes, it is the biggest pickle you've ever seen. It is in a Ziploc bag. It has been sitting like in the fridge for a while, and it is outstanding.
That's
We
crazy.
had that too, and I didn't live in the South.
Yeah. I mean, Randall and I
I
grew
feel
up
like we have that
we're-
shit. Yeah.
we were long distance runners, and the thing they would always give us after meets were pickles because
Yeah, for salt,
apparently it helps with
electrolytes.
electrolytes
Yeah.
and stuff.
Is that
Don't
why
mind
they
I-
things.
Yeah, I
Easy
mean,
to
I
Logan
never
Paul.
drank the juice or anything. They would always have like pickle juice.
That's the,
and I
that's
never
the
really,
best part.
I never did
Shut
that.
the fuck up.
You're missing out.
If anything,
you-
knowing me, Leo, do you think that I think the juice is the best part of most things? Like, fuck
You hate
no. Like,
soup. So I don't
yeah,
think-
like I don't want like wet items.
I don't think you like liquids just in general.
Barely, dude. I only drink water because I fucking have to.
What about
How do you feel about salsa?
Oh, I like-
Salsa, I'm
picky
okay
about
with,
salsa.
but like the type of salsa needs to be specific, and like the consistency of it for sure.
What do you
We
think
grew
about
up in Texas. We have high standards of salsa.
Oh, of course, Tex-Mex.
I have San
I
Antonio.
don't know. The two times I've been to Texas, I pretty much had the worst food I've ever eaten.
Oh
You're
no!
going
In
to
my
wrong
life.
places.
And I had
Okay.
like the worst fucking barbecue, and I was pissed. I was like, "What the fuck? Like, how did this get fucked up?" Like,
If
I
you
thought
want
it was
good
supposed
Texas
to be good here.
barbecue,
Brother, come
if you want
back.
good Texas barbecue, you got to go to like the places where people camp out for like the whole entire night or morning
Yeah.
before.
Where'd you get barbecue from?
The 2 times I've been there have been like around DFW
Okay.
because my uncle lives in Stephenville. Like at both, or I guess, yeah, both times I've been there, we've like gone to DFW and like been there and then like gone
And
like
they got
a
shitty
few hours
barbecue.
outside. Yeah, apparently barbecue fucking sucks in Fort Worth. Apparently,
Yeah, I mean, best barbecue is like San Antonio, Austin. I
I
don't think
figured
I've
the
had
food in
much-
Austin is like much better, obviously. Than
Austin has the
anywhere
high
else.
quality food.
Austin's
Yeah.
bougie as shit, though.
Yeah,
It's
it's like
It is.
the-
It's
yeah, it's
changed
like,
a lot since I've
No,
been there. I've only been
100%.
away for 4 years.
Austin is bougie as hell.
yeah. I have a graduate classmate who went to UT and lived there.
Ooh,
Her dad was a teacher too.
all the teacher, everyone's a teacher in
A
Texas.
lot of fucking
Yeah.
teachers.
Teacher
Yeah.
Her
game.
dad was a history teacher, and he like was adamant that the Civil War was not about slaves.
Oh,
Well,
they
maybe-
kind of.
maybe we'll
tried to
listen to
Not here.
And like we were like, what do you mean though? Like you're not just being dramatic, right? Like, are you just saying that he likes to say like, but there was all these other things too, which is still fucking wrong. I'm just saying it's better. She was like, no. And like, she definitely regretted that because a bunch of the other graduate students like made fun of her like a lot for that. Where it's just like, what the fuck do you expect, dude? Like, it's pretty easy cannon fodder. Like,
Yeah.
I remember clearly in like 6th grade, there was this history teacher, or no, it was 7th grade. I'm sorry, but he
Seventh
made
grade.
like some of the black students like tried to argue for like the South
Oh,
side.
no.
And
terrible idea.
like,
Just an absolutely
yeah,
terrible idea.
it was a bad idea, and we're like, this is kind of weird.
Yeah, that's just
Kinda.
that never
Vibes are
that
horrendous
never
in this room
ends
right now.
good.
They also made us make Civil War food, and I poisoned the entire school.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
what?
All right, go on.
Yeah, continue.
We had to come. I don't know why we did this, but we had like everyone had to bring in a recipe from like the Civil War area, and I tried to make custard, which I don't know what recipe I had, but it had eggs and it had only 2 ingredients I remember.
So you were getting really authentic with it. You're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
what? I succeeded.
Custard.
I gave everybody dysentery.
Yeah.
Like, you literally just made it way more
I
accurate.
get an egg.
Civil War
Oh, yeah.
accurate custard.
The only ingredients I remember putting in that thing was raw eggs and like
Cool.
I think the other was like you took an orange and you
Zested it.
Yeah,
zested it in the
you-
eggs.
CT's not a
Here,
good.
eat this. It's fucking citrus. It's citrus
Oh,
peel and raw
God.
eggs.
I need you all to
Oh.
understand how bad of a chef CT is.
Fuck. Poor
I'm a
Crystal.
chef.
Crystal's out here just like, no, I'll cook dinner. Like, it's
No,
fine.
I'm the better chef of the 2 of us.
That's terrible.
And CT's not a good chef.
Terrifying.
Yeah, that's what, exactly. That's like what we're gathering. Is what
Terrible
I'm
and
saying.
terrifying.
I'm better
Poisoned us.
now.
You poisoned us on a band.
So, like, did
field trip.
everybody straight up start like puking and shit, or like what? Like, was it
I
absolutely
think like
terrible?
I think most people didn't eat it, but the 2 people that ate it, they kind of banned people from eating it anymore.
They were just
Okay.
like, no, sir.
I'm not gonna gloss over this. Randall said that you poisoned them on a band trip as well. So you poisoned people twice.
Yeah, but
it's a pattern.
that one
dude.
wasn't my fault.
That's
That
a
wasn't my fault.
pattern. It doesn't
well,
matter.
now I gotta
It
hear
doesn't matter if
Right,
you
we
have
gotta
your
be the
hands
judge here.
in 2
Now I have
poisonings.
to be the arbiter.
It's a pattern.
I have to be the arbiter.
It's not a mistake. It's a pattern.
But that one was salt poisoning.
Okay, go on.
Go
Continue.
on.
So
You're not helping yourself out.
this is the first time I ever cooked like a full-on meal on our own because we were like our band took us to the beach and we all had our own little condos and they for some reason separated our group from everyone else in the entire school because we had a
Sounds like
reputation
they're
of
trying to keep you from killing people.
no
They had a reputation.
we have a
They read it on
reputation
the
because
report.
both our parents were working in the district and we were like the goody two shoes like put them away from everyone else, they can take care of everything else. So that was not the case though. That's another story, but anyways, we were making meals and I borrowed a recipe from my dad who's been mentioned a lot in this episode.
Yeah.
Very influential
It's a
father.
fucking
We have him
constant.
on next. It's okay.
Yeah, don't worry.
He sent us a recipe for baked ziti and I was following it word by
What
word
could go wrong?
and
Did
I
you bake it?
I made it word for word, and it said for some reason that when you boil the water, add a cup of salt.
No,
Oh,
no, not.
Oh,
one
it said a table. It's probably said a
or a
tablespoon. Huh?
pinch.
No, it did not say tablespoon. It said a cup. My dad
So
eventually, years later, admitted that it did say cup, and it was supposed to say tablespoon. But I think it was like 2 or 3 cups. And
Yeah.
we only had like a small
Jeez.
salt
Christ.
shaker with us, because, we just stopped
We
by.
didn't
Like,
expect to use.
They released this at 9 p.m. at Kroger and told us go wild, get your food for the week, and we just got like a little salt shaker. And I was like, I need more salt. And so like Randall and one
Famous
of my
last
best
words,
buddies was like, okay, sure. And they went out and bought a whole new salt thing.
You
And
wanted
brought it back.
salt.
You enabled him.
And
I did enable. I didn't know what he was doing at the time.
And I put all the salt in. I boiled the water. I boiled the noodles. I drained it. I put the sauce and all the other stuff together. We
Oof.
baked it an hour or 2 hours later, after it was done baking, we served it, and one of my buddies was like, took a bite and it's like, I'm sorry, I can't eat this. And we were all like, okay, he's just being dramatic because he was known to be a little dramatic.
And you're like, whatever, okay, dick.
Whatever. And like, I mean, my other
Like-
buddy already
my
ate a whole
house.
plate of it. Like I saw my other buddy, he ate a
Oh.
whole plate.
Oh,
Okay, so that
no,
says
no.
more about your other buddy being fucking really polite.
Oh,
Something.
he's too
Or
polite
an
for his own
animal,
good.
or a savage, just an absolute fucking
And-
animal.
I took a bite
Wolfing
of
it
the
down.
pasta, and all I could literally taste was like I was biting into a brick of salt.
Yeah,
Ugh,
And
like
this
you
is the
swallowed
last
the
day
ocean.
we were there, so we had no more food, and we had to go door to door begging to everyone else for their
food.
table scraps to eat for the night.
oh my god.
were
I remember my sister did that shit. With like she was making like pancakes, and it was like a teaspoon, and she did like a fucking tablespoon, and it was like I just happened to have like a friend. We were in like middle school, and like one of my friends was over, and they like tried at first to like not say anything, but then I think they realized that my sister was just kind of a dickhead anyway, so they were just like, "This is disgusting," and it was hilarious. My
Gross.
mom was like, "You're fucking dumb. It says teaspoon, not tablespoon."
My youngest, we were making brownies one night, me and her, and she was reading off the ingredients and how much. And I was like, she's like, okay, oil. And I'm like, all right, how much? She goes, it says 2 to 3 cups. So I didn't think anything of it.
See, like when the recipe
Just
says it,
Christmas
you do
Day.
it.
You're like, okay,
Yep,
if
good
you
enough,
said
all right.
so. Like,
Looked at it later. We're like, honey, that says 2/3 of a cup.
Oh my god.
God. The oiliest fucking brownies ever.
It was, yeah, it was just oil in the van when we were done.
Ah,
It's chocolate chips and
Ugh.
oil. That's fucking hilarious,
you
dude.
know, I bet it was the fucking like the box mix, wasn't it? Where
Yeah.
You just have to add oil. Yeah, you have to. Well, you had
And
to
eggs.
add
Well,
like
yeah,
three things. Yeah.
It was 2/3 cup. So it was 2/3,
Yeah.
and she read that as 2 to 3.
Oh,
Ah, so much
Right.
oil.
Yeah. I didn't think anything of it. I was like, this seems like a lot.
Yeah.
But, no, I mean,
But
that's
like,
what it says.
what do I know? I'm not. My last
on the
name's not
box or anything.
Girardelli.
I'm not looking at the box.
My last name's not Girardelli. That's good.
It's fucking true.
Oh.
Like I feel that the other day.
Neither a
I
lady nor a Godiva. I don't know.
yeah.
Not Marie Callen.
My name is not Duncan
Uh,
or Hines.
Exactly.
So
Oh.
I don't think
Yeah, the other-
Randall
the
ever
other day-
answered.
for which? Wait, what was the question?
Exactly.
I don't think he ever answered what's it like being the nice twin.
Great.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Valid.
But doesn't that mean that your parents ask you to do more shit for them than CT?
No, that's me now because I live near him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me,
CT
that's
lives
me.
near them.
Yeah,
Sorry, go
that's totally me. No, that's totally me. Like, obviously, like my sister and I, my real sister and I have like a good relationship, and with both our parents too. And so it's literally just like she lives a few hours away and I don't. So it's just that sort of shit.
Like when we were little, I would bicker with my other bro. We have lots of brothers.
Oh yeah, there's a
Um,
lot of nards.
There's a lot of nerds. My middle brother.
They've
and
said
I
that
would
joke
always
a lot, guys.
fight.
Nothing else.
And they put me and my little brother next to each other so we would stop fighting, and they put Randall all the way upstairs on his own with his. He had a bigger room by himself. He's all by himself upstairs.
Naturally.
Oh my god.
It was great.
Like when we were little, I think Hunter was the favorite. Oh shit.
Oh,
It's okay.
Randall was the
Oh,
favorite.
Hunter from
and-
the Angels.
From the
Oh
what?
yeah.
Yeah.
know.
And and I think as we left for
You're kinda great,
college,
yep.
I stayed in touch with my parents more, so I became the favorite.
You lived a lot. You lived closer.
Much
Yeah.
at
It's
first.
just. Yeah, I'm always going to my grandma's house. I help her with shit, which is like fine, but also I'm just like, God damn it, to my sister. I'm just like, you fucker, dude. Like,
Need to be closer.
Fucking asshole.
Dude, I get that too when I'd go over to my grandma's house. So my parents split and my mother moved in with my grandma,
Right.
and my sister would stay over there as well. So what would end up happening is those three would save any manual labor that needed to get done for when I
Yep.
would show up on the weekend.
Yeah.
And I would end up showing up on the weekend, and there would be a lot of shit that I need to lift up and move and take out to the curb and just various things like that. And I'm just like, damn, y'all saved this for me, huh?
It's fucked up too because you're like, especially when it's like your grandma or something, where you're just like, I mean, like, of course, like I'm not gonna fucking say no, but like, god damn it,
Like, ask a neighbor to do this, maybe. They look nice and strong. Like,
you're out there like, hey, we're thinking about moving. Oh, you talk to the neighbors before you move? No, I just want to make sure they're gonna be able to reach the fucking top of the cabinet. I'm sick of coming over here.
tired.
I'm tired, boss. Tired, boss.
I love that movie. Oh,
Next question is, of course, this one's from Chalk, as all of our questions are today.
He's part of the bus.
Okay, that's gonna become a soundboard thing too.
CT being married, I assume you're the pretty one. That's nice.
See, that's where you're wrong.
Maybe CT's batting up, and it's really Crystal who should be asking this question
Get
too.
above his weight.
Yeah.
You know, I
Whoa.
Whoa!
What'd you say?
Nothing at all. What were you saying, CT? I didn't hear you, buddy. Dayman rudely interrupted you.
Chuck just accused CT Bailiff of having a huge dick.
Not huge, just bigger.
Just bigger, yeah.
It's not perspective, you know.
He's the Narder of the Nards.
The nardiest Nard.
I wouldn't think that was.
I don't know if he's the nardiest. I mean, his dad sounds pretty cool,
That does sound pretty cool.
His dad's getting a lot of airtime. It's true.
So much.
as he should.
we're close to our dad.
Shout out
Yeah.
Mr. Nard.
Mr.
Mr.
Nard.
Nard. Big
Mr.
T.
Nard. Me and my dad are like kind of buddies too. Where like all of my friends growing up like loved my dad, and we're like, oh, Dayman's dad's so fucking funny, and like want to hang out with him more than me. So I totally feel that. There's like I don't know, silly goose.
I don't know, like Randall, like I've always been kind of self-conscious about my look because I have a deformity in one of my eyes to where it's gotten to the point where I found this out last time I went to the eye doctor. I'm blind in one eye now because I can't look out of it. We both
That's usually
have
what blind
a
means.
we have lazy eyes, but when Randall was little, he had it worse and he needed surgery, so they fixed it a little bit. But I never got mine fixed, and it kind of got to the point where I can't look out of that eye. Like if I try to read out that eye by itself, there's no, like
Vision.
I think when Claire and I went to the eye doctor, she had
It's
So
hard.
funny. Every
It's so
single
hard.
time someone says a name, it starts with a different fucking letter. It's so funny. I've done it to myself, my girlfriend. You guys have done it. Fucking, we've literally all done it. It's fucking hilarious.
She has 22,001 eye, and they wouldn't even tell me what I had in my eye.
22,000? Hang on.
It's
No,
not a
that's not
number.
right.
1,000 or something is. I don't remember. What she said.
21,000 is also very
Also
bad.
not a number.
Like
Yeah,
she's
21,000.
blind, but she's not that blind.
She's pretty blind in one eye.
Not-
I can call her over and see what it was.
21,000 is more
No,
than pretty
20,000.
blind. 20,000 is like you don't have that eye.
No,
Like,
it's
it
like
might as
20
well be-
over 1,000.
You see at
I
1,000
realize.
what I see.
I'm
or
fucking
You see at 20 what I see at
confused.
1,000.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know that they even measure that high. Apparently
it's
they
like
The
do.
doctor
doesn't
said
see
the
how that
same
act-
thing.
I don't remember. There was some insane number. I don't remember. I could be wrong completely about what it was. She's blind in one eye. And they won't
I
tell
feel
me
like
what
that's.
it
I
was.
feel like that's.
we got-
That might be an
yeah.
improvement.
I need to
A
get my
glass
eyes
eye's better than a missing eye, right? Like,
I mean, you're missing it in both scenarios. You can't
Right.
see out of
But
the
would you
glass
rather have
eye.
a hole or a glass eye? Would you rather have
You
like?
can't see out of either one of them.
But
I'll take
I'm
the
saying
eye
for
patch.
your own personal, you want an eye patch. Okay.
I want an eye
Yes.
patch. Hell yeah.
Randall's fucking thinking.
If I wore an eye patch, my vision would not change. I don't look out of my right eye.
What do you say? That's so true, though. It's like, I mean,
I would always go around and like.
If I wore
this
an
is
eye
another
patch, my
twin story.
sight would get better.
it's like the
When we-
glass eye thing.
Go up.
Go off.
When we were in kindergarten, well, before kindergarten, we grew up, and our best friends were also twins. And so when we went to kindergarten, we were in the same class together, and we would always ask people, "Where's your twin?" Because we just assumed everyone had a twin.
That's hilarious.
Everyone we knew had a twin.
Everyone we knew had a twin, and
That's
like
fucking
if they weren't
hilarious.
twins, they were like 1 year apart, and we just assumed they were twins.
Okay. So, you guys have any MLR highlights that you want to talk about?
Do I have highlights?
I hope so.
I
or
hold
else
the
this is
record
gonna be pretty
for-
rough.
I know in Harvard, I hold the record for most blown saves.
Nice.
Pretty sure you're tied with a few other people on that one.
Yeah, I think the entire Harvard person.
Yeah, that was
Entire Harvard pitching staff.
yeah.
Well, how bad was the
All right,
Harvard
man.
team?
We were.
I mean, we were like mid, but it was like, I mean, if you
Mid.
lose in the 6th inning,
we had a cursed
2 or 3
reliever
times.
position.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a curse reliever position. Yeah, exactly.
I don't think I have any highlights. I mean, as a pitcher, you kind of just go, "Oh yeah, I didn't let up a run this inning," and then,
You had that
I
MLR
know- I had a good MLR game where I hit.
or MILR, sorry,
Yeah, I hit 2 home runs and a double.
and you hit the 0 diff. When you
Oh
woke up.
yeah, I hit the 0 diff off BR3, and I still taunt them with it, and it's really funny.
As
That's
is
pretty funny. Yeah, that's
That
pretty funny.
I find that one really funny because I literally woke up, saw I was up, was like, I have no idea. My dream says this number, and I sent it, went back to sleep, and woke up to the 0 diff.
I mean, it is well known that if you swing in the middle of the night, weird shit happens.
Generally
It's
speaking, the
really
less
funny.
effort or the weirder reason you have for your swing, the better the better the outcome usually is.
Or the closer you
There-
are to the timer.
There was
Ooh,
a game the day before we went on our honeymoon. We were getting on the plane to Hawaii, and Claire was up to bat. And she was like, I don't know what I want to swing. So we just swung the freaking plane number, and she hit a home run. And we were just joking around in the Giants server, like, just swing flight numbers, because apparently a lot of Giants players were traveling that day, and we just kept swinging it. And we hit, like, we got 8 runs in 1 inning against the Mets
Wow.
this
Jesus.
season, and that's our highest win
Jesus.
total.
That's fucking
And it's all
weird.
because we were decided to say fuck it to scouting and just swing random flight numbers.
I will say though, there was
Mets
one night
pitchers
that,
were like, "Fuck, I pulled that same
Dude.
list up."
they were like, "We're traveling too. Leave us
Everybody's
alone."
looking at the
Same
flight
flight.
yeah. There was one night where Brent just took like a shitload of mushrooms and literally just
Oh,
gave
no,
us like
the
it was just
Oracle
eight
game.
like I
The Oracle
literally am not
game.
even kidding. He put 8 correct numbers in a row. And
Oh,
like by
no.
the there was 2 that we didn't listen to, and so
Mhm.
there came to 2 outs, and we just started listening to him every single time, and it worked 7 more times. Like it was
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
weird.
That is stuff of legend. That is up on the fucking wall. That is the Oracle game where we just listened
Yeah.
to Brent because he was high off his ass.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple games like that, and that was over in MLN with your Kansas City Kitties.
Kitties?
Yeah, part of the we convened the itty bitty kitty committee.
Ooh.
I know in the Giants server we have the Simba curse. If in Simba, whatever number Simba picks, it will be wrong.
See,
And even if he tries to counter scout himself, it will be wrong.
yeah, it doesn't work like you
Doesn't work,
can't.
doesn't help.
Yeah, ours in St. Louis it's the third guess of whatever I make, but it can't be. You can't like try to fuck with it and be like, well, I would say this, but since it's the third one, like you literally just have to say, I think this.
This and
No, I
this.
think this. No, actually, I think this, and it's that one. And it's weird. It's happened more than a few times. Specifically, Stan every single time is
Curse
just
of the
like,
third.
give me your 3 guesses, and then he's just like, all right, I take the third one.
Yeah,
I'm better
we're
at
revealing
scouting
all the
for
giant.
my teammates rather than myself.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm never right for myself.
I think I overguess, like overthink it with myself.
Yeah. Or when somebody else asks, you're just like, maybe this, and you're like, oh shit, it was right.
No, maybe this seems pretty good. Fucking
Yeah.
7 diff home run.
Not bad.
Then when you're up to bat, it's the fucking scene with all the numbers and shit swirling around. And then
Yeah. Mason.
then you 473 diff, and you're just like, all right, well, it wasn't meant to be that one. Whoops.
Yep.
So, last question of today is, of course, do you have questions for us here at the top 5?
Ooh. What do you think about the hippo? That's like the
Hippo George?
Mooding.
Moodang!
Moodang.
Oh, so cute.
Moodang!
Wait, I don't know this one.
You don't
Moodang.
know
Yeah, I was
about
about to
Moodang?
say.
So good.
I don't know about what's their name?
Fucking-
It's a new
Moodang.
baby
Moodang?
hippo.
Hang on.
It's a little pigmy hippo,
Really cute.
and it's like
A
all that
pygmy
my
hippo?
yeah,
Is it like
it's a
Fiona
baby.
the hippo?
Yeah, but tinier. She's
Your
in
Fiona
Thailand.
is big.
Moodang. Moodang is always biting and dripping wet
Always sopping
at
wet.
all times.
Vibes.
Um,
Oh.
it's just a vibe. I really like Moodang. I just
Put Moodang
I
across
wanted
my-
y'all's thoughts.
Across my screen recording.
I agree.
I mean,
Cute.
I like animals, especially when they're cute, so I'm sure I would find them.
I put a fucking Moodang meme in
Oh, I didn't. I haven't
that
seen
server.
it yet. I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't seen it yet, actually. I
pretty good.
didn't want to fucking say the name of it. That's hilarious. It's a
Well,
little explicit.
I mean, I'll say it.
The
you can just say
server?
Kirby.
The
The
Kirby
Kirby
server,
server?
yeah. The Kirby server,
Yeah.
yeah.
I have a Kirby
I remember there used to be a
server.
really
Holy shit.
cursed, the really cursed.
Oh,
Kirby?
That's the.
What is the
that's
actual
the,
name of the demon?
That's
Not
the
the-
profile picture. CT.
Not the MIL. Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, not Max Kirby All Stars. No, just like the server I use, like with my buddies, like my.
Oh, I got it.
Leo's in there and a few other people. We like play games and shit. It's a Kirby
The vibe.
server.
Is that where the emote originated from?
Yes.
Yeah, there's more versions of that now.
There
too.
are more. Yes.
More
Oh, boy.
versions. Oh
There's
no.
more versions, of course. Each
What was the name of the server that Leo didn't want to say?
the end goal of the emote is to find one that we can actually use.
Yeah, but even the censored ones are like more explicit.
Of
I don't know how that
course.
works, but
because of implications.
Yes.
Chalk, I don't think
yeah,
they're gonna
and
tell us.
also when you just
I don't
like,
think they're gonna tell us at all now.
replace Kirby's Magic Milk. It's because he has the goo.
Is that what the server's called?
Yeah, Kirby's
yeah.
Magic Milk. Have you ever seen
Oh.
Disenchantment
Yes.
from the people who make the goo?
Oh yes.
Yeah, like the goo. Yeah, that's where it came from.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Is that the Simpsons one?
They did Futurama.
It was Futurama. Yeah, it was me.
Yeah, that's the guy who did the Simpsons too. You guys know that, right?
No, I did not know that. I don't know
Art
things.
style's, art style's similar enough.
Yeah, I guess I always
Oh,
just forget
boy.
that because the first thing I think of is just Futurama.
I've watched neither.
I
of
gotta
our
go.
commodities, so hated the art style comment is what I gathered.
Disenchantment's pretty fucking funny.
Any more questions from the Nards?
I fell off of it. Did it? Was it
Yeah,
good still? 'Cause, like,
I haven't watched the newest season, but I did the same thing too. Where like
It
the
kinda-
first,
the first
two
couple were
seasons
fun.
really were,
Yeah.
but
and I don't know when I stopped. I might have watched the third, but I also might not have.
The Simpsons.
I
or
watched the
Futurama?
first two.
Disenchantment.
Oh,
Disenchantment.
okay. I'm just completely wrong. Got it.
Yeah.
CT, you have any questions? Not Mooding related.
I don't think so.
Which inherently makes them
Um,
worse questions.
No, I guess not. I'm kind of exhausted. I've been back from work and I'm tired again.
My work was exhausting today.
Yeah,
I was
feel
not
that.
high energy today, so I
I had to go
apologize.
for like a million freaking insurance receipts, and they get so
Gross.
repetitive.
We had like like I work in research, and we work with like research animals.
Yeah.
And it was
Aw.
just it was a tough day.
Well, I thought
I was
about
gonna
it
say
for a
we
second.
may
I was
not
like,
want to. Yeah, we may
wait
not
a
want to
minute.
get connected there.
What do you mean tough day?
Well, when the research is done,
I grew up on a farm. I know what happens to animals. when they
Man.
don't-
And how ironic, these families went to the farm too.
Yeah, weird.
they all go to a farm and
They live
grow
happily
old
ever after.
together.
Yeah, my parents used
Yeah,
to
yeah,
tell
of
me
course,
that
of course.
with our dogs, and I'd be like, "We live on a fucking farm, though."
They went
They'd
to
be
a
like,
different one.
They went to a different one.
This one's upstate.
A better farm.
Black
Is
it
and
a-
hookers.
A better farm run by dogs.
Yeah, run by dogs. Chase all the horses you want.
Yeah. Those poor horses.
Yeah, that was like the number one reason for getting rid of dogs on just most farms. It's like if you can't get them to only like herd the cows how you want, and in like specific ways, then like all they do is just chase your horses and like hurt them and like chew their tails and shit.
So that's why you get farm cats.
Yes, my mom has
You kind of
two
you kinda
cats.
need
One of them's
both.
named. Yeah, you kind of need both. It just depends, like if you have like what type of like cows and stuff you have. Like if you have like roping steers, then like you need a dog. But like if you have like if you more just have like Angus type steers, then like you don't really. It
Mhm.
just kind of depends. But
They're really
my mom
helpful
has
if you
two
have
cats.
chickens.
One of them's yeah. We never
Okay.
had chickens. My mom is terrified of birds.
Welcome to Ag 101 with Dayman.
Chickens are kind of scary.
They are. I don't.
Chickens
I
aren't really
I've
bad.
got,
I mean, chickens are mean, but they're not like scary. I
yeah,
wouldn't say they're scary.
it's just I had a dog that was pretty good about. We never had them, but we lived next to like another like even bigger farm for a bit. There was like an actual like dairy farm, and their chickens would come over all the time. And my yellow lab, they never stood a fucking chance.
Oh no.
I just never
Oh.
stood a chance
Yep.
against those ones.
Fucking
Yeah, you
My
need
mom didn't
a
mind though
dog
because
that
she
won't eat the
hates
chickens and will stop the other
Yeah.
dogs from eating the chickens. Yeah, that's the dogs
Yeah.
you need.
What's a great end to the show?
Yeah. I did not mean
I'm
for
sure
that
I'm gonna
to be
remember a
the-
question right after this ends.
I mean, we're always here. You don't have to have it.
Yeah,
recorded. Let us know if you
Oh,
have
I
questions.
ping Dayman all the time.
Yeah, that's okay.
Well, you're in the
Don't
server
worry.
now, so you can talk with
Everybody-
all the other guests.
everybody
Yeah.
listening, go ping Dayman right now.
I
At
have that
Dayman.
screenshot somewhere.
Of what?
I was
Dayman
about to
saying
say.
he likes to be pinged.
Oh,
Yeah, from
Oh.
a long time ago.
I believe that.
I have
add
all
that
the
to
blackmail on Dayman.
Gets cold up there.
What does that mean?
What?
What do you mean by that?
Just he probably likes getting pinged with the cold. That's what I thought
Huh?
was.
The
And on that
penguin.
note, I'd like to
Penguin.
thank the Nards for
Nard.
coming in to the thank you Nards for joining us on the podcast today. That was another episode of the Top 5 podcast with the Top 5 and the Nards
And the Nards.
and the Nards.
I was
Thank
not
you.
top
That
five.
was a really good sign out.
Outro.
I try.